Hey, I hear ya, time ain't right. Busy days, full plate, that's life. But tell me this, just real quick. When's the moment you need that fix? Was it next week, next month, next year? When that gap hits, who you gon' hear? I ain't rushing, I ain't pressing. Just here when you need that blessing. Call me later, I can't wait.
Okay.
Don't hesitate.
How y'all doing? Listen, Williams here. I had to let my music play a little bit. Hey, hey, hey. All right, how you doing? So listen, D. Williams here. I wanted to go live because I am in such a groove these days. I'm having such a high talking about sales objections. And so I had to tell y'all what happened. So if this is your first time here, my name is Dee, and I help people set up their businesses, build their businesses, scale their businesses. And today we're talking about staffing businesses. And I'm really excited because I created these flashcards, right? So we had this live event a couple of months back in 2024 at Staffingpreneurs Academy, where we were helping people set up their staffing businesses and so forth. And we ended up having these flashcards during the class. And I don't know whether people actually utilize the flashcards or not, but I decided this week that I was going to go in and I was going to make the flashcards available to other people in the community, which I have done. Excuse me, and that I was going to find different ways that you can utilize the flashcards so that you can become better at your sales objections. And why is this important? It's important because when I'm teaching my classes, more often than never, I get people who are really nervous and afraid to talk to employers in particular. And I don't know if that's you, if you've ever done a call or tried to do a call and you were a little nervous. Hey, everybody on IG, I see y'all coming in. And I didn't even speak to everybody. Hi, everybody. Just all put your information in the system. I have a new account, so all my stuff is not set up properly the way it normally is. But you can definitely let me know where you're chiming in from. Thank you, Felicia from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. It's good to see you. So this is the deal. Every now and then, okay? You're going to feel like you might feel like a little nervous about calling employers, especially if you're not used to calling CEOs or you're not used to calling executives, right? That can be, even though you're an executive, it can be a little uncomfortable to reach out to those people. And so what happens is when folks come into my coaching classes and we start talking about like, what have you been doing? And they say, oh, well, I reached out to a couple of people, but they said no. Or I reached out to a couple of people and, and they said, that we don't use agencies. And they just kind of let the phone call in. And I'm like, okay, well, what else did you say? What else did you have going on? And it was just, this was the end of the call. So I kind of got fired up and I was like, I want to do this workshop. I have a standing desk. I'm going to pull my desk up a little bit, y'all, so bear with me. So I said, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to have this workshop, right? So I had this workshop and I did all of these sales things. And now one of the things that I decided would be a good idea was to create flashcards for my staffingpreneurs so that they could start walking around the house and utilizing them, maybe put them up in the car, maybe other different ways to practice on the responses. So I have two types of clients, right? I have staffingpreneurs who are newbies and they're just starting out. And then I have clients who are actually fully established, generating revenue and like doing their thing. Hey, Michelle from St. Lucia. Hey, St. Lucia, I'm coming out that way. Okay. So the cards look like this. I already started playing with the cards, to be honest, because y'all know I'm a geek. So what I did was I gave them to you in two ways. You get them in PDF, and so that you can just print them out. I just printed these out. And then I gave you a copy that's in Canva so that you can actually edit the cards in however way that you want. Thank you. I don't know who said that. I can't see the name on LinkedIn, but thank you. And so what you do, I printed mine out. And I just folded it, right? Because on one side, you have the actual card. And then on the other side, it's for you to go in and you can like write your own custom if you want. So I just did a 4-part fold. And it's just like a little card. I might get them printed, like actually get like cards, which might be really dope. But so yeah, so you got your card. And so this one is for a newbie, and this one says we don't use agencies. Now, I know y'all sometimes be thinking, D, you are so corny. But tell you, I always think of different ways that I can get my clients like fired up and really start thinking about how they want to sound when they're talking to people. Because the thing is that most people are nervous about not sounding confident, right? And so we want everyone to sound confident. And so memory is so freaking important. So the first card that we have, what I did, I'm going to see if I can pull this up for you. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm going to start going live like every day. We're about to have a lot of fun. Okay, a lot of fun. I've been thinking about maybe even streaming on my YouTube channel because I have so much information. I need to get it out in some way. I'd be a little overwhelmed, but everybody else is going to have to feel the burn if I stream on YouTube. So just be on the lookout. Okay, so now, let me slow down because I'm getting excited. Y'all know when I get excited, I just like start talking super fast. Okay, so what I did was, these are the cards, right? The first one is we don't use agencies if you're a newbie just starting out. The response to this one is I completely understand. Many leaders I speak with prefer streamlined, cost-effective solutions. Let me ask, what are your biggest challenges you've experienced in keeping roles filled or meeting deadlines with your current approach? So that is the response if you're a newbie because you don't already have a business. If you're established, your response is, I completely understand. Many of our partners felt the same way before learning how we provide tailored workforce solutions that address their specific needs without increasing costs. Let me ask you, how are you working with your partners today, right? So this one has an updated one. And so then what I did was I created a song to go with it. So you can get the CD to go with it. Like, and I got to tell you why I did this. When I was a kid, y'all don't laugh, but when I was a kid, my mom reminded me of this. When I was a kid, I felt like I had challenges learning. My mother said I was brilliant, but I thought I had challenges learning. And so anyway, she got me this record player. It was a Cookie Monster record player. I think it was. I just know she made me play this Cookie Monster song. C is for cookies, cookie mighty fine, Cookie Monster eat one, and now there's 9. And I played this record over again and learned how to count from 10 to 1, 10 to 1, 1 to 10, 10 to 0, from listening to this thing over and over again. I played this record until I wanted cookies all day. Okay. But it was a way that I just like easily remembered like what I had going on. So I did the same thing for you. So let's see. Okay, so this is in response. This is your training song, but we don't use agencies. We're going to listen to this all the way through, and I may dance a little, so no judgment.
Hey there, tell me what you do. We don't use agencies. No, we don't use agencies. Oh, really? But let me ask you too. How do you fill your roles and meet your deadlines too?
All right, let's pause right there for a second. Did you hear the key piece? How do you fill your roles, right? He responded with the response that you are going to utilize for your phone call, right? So this is something for you to memorize. So that he started out, we don't use agencies. So you know, and when as soon as you hear somebody say, we don't use agencies, don't freeze up and don't say, oh, okay, no, we're not doing it. No, there's a response to it. Now, you can use the response that's on the card, but also he's giving you an additional response that you can use here as well. And that's why you want to memorize the words so that you can have more than one way. Some of you just reading it is going to be enough. Some of you dancing to it and memorizing the lyrics will be enough. You'll hear it when you're meeting with someone in person or when you are talking to someone on the phone, and it'll start clicking through. So I'm going to do it again.
Felt the same way too, till they
saw
saw
the
what
same
we
way
can do.
so they saw what we can
Staffing
do.
cost stays low. Wouldn't you like to know? But no agencies, that's okay. How do you hire when staff won't stay?
How do you hire? Okay. He said, no agencies, that's okay. How do you hire when staff's away? So he's giving you the response for you to give back to the person. Oh, okay. You already use agencies, that's okay. But how do you hire when staff's away? How do you hire when the agency isn't available? So the song is really guiding you through. Let's listen more.
Solutions, no compromise, no agencies, that's okay. How do you hire when staff won't stay? Time to fill and turnover rise. Let's talk solutions, no compromise.
He said turnover, time to fill, turnover rise. Let's talk solutions, no compromise. That's a great way to get an appointment on the calendar. Hello. All right. I should have had some applause there. That would have been a great moment to applause, but really it is. So there you have it. So that's just one of the songs. And if you go through the full song, it'll continue to give you rebuttals, right? And it will continue to give you answers to your questions, to your objections. So you don't ever have to be in a situation again where you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just not getting through for what I want. Now, it doesn't matter. Like these are set up literally for my staffingpreneurs, but they can be used in a number of different businesses, to be honest with you. So it doesn't have to just be staffing agencies. It can be all types of businesses. And I'll just go through some of the objections that we have. You probably can't see this because it's backwards, but some of the objections are, we're already working with some. Who is that? Let me see what the comments are. Felicia. We're already working with someone. How many times have you talked to an employer and they said, hey, we're already working with some? We've got a rebuttal for that. It's too expensive. We've got a rebuttal for that. Let me just see. We don't have any needs right now. We've got a rebuttal for that. We've got over 58. Send me an email. That's an easy one. They've memorized that, right? The employer has memorized. As soon as the agency calls, what they say, just send me an email. Well, no, we don't want to just send them an email or just run off the phone. No, you're going to say, of course, I'd be happy to send over some information. To make it relevant, could you share a little bit of information about your current priorities or challenges so that I can tailor the details? And then if that doesn't feel good, then we can go ahead. Well, I have the song for Send Me Your Pricing. Let me see if I have a song for Send Me an Email. We need a volume 2. Yeah, I do have a Send Me an Email song. Let's go ahead and see what that sounds like so that you can get motivated by that as well. The soundtrack we have on staffingpreneursacademy.com. So you can go to the academy and get your version of the soundtrack. It's going to come in 17 MP3 tracks. And you can just throw them right on your phone and listen to them. So as you can see, I'm on my phone. This is my little Bose head, what do you call it? Radio. I take this thing everywhere I go. It costs a couple $100, I think, but it's lasted me for so long. And so what I did was I downloaded the MP3s from my computer, and then I have a Mac, so I airdropped it to my phone. And then, hold on. Oh, wait, I got to turn it on. This is just charging. And then I just plug it into my radio. And this one is, we don't do job board, or we use job boards. And then it sounds great on the radio. I mean, on your little Bose.
Oh, you got LinkedIn, that's all cool. Job boards up, yeah, that's the tool. But let me ask, let's keep it straight.
So as you can see, you can be in the shower, in the car, let the kids hear so they can start learning how to sell. And it is a great, great, great tool as well for your staff. You know what I'm saying? As a way to get your staff on board and up to speed. So I really, really, really want you to take advantage of this. We've got the soundtrack, just so you know, is the volume 1. But because we have over 58 different rebuttals, we will have a volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5. We tried to make them catchy, but still sounding urban to some degree, so that you can still kind of like, you know what I'm saying, have a little groove to it if you'd like. And so the songs are definitely approved by me. I really love them. And even though the soundtrack is only the 17 songs, when you get the flashcards, which you can get on staffingpreneursacademy.com as well, you get over 50 sales rebuttals. And I was actually, I gotta tell you something. So somebody just put a note in my box. I can't see who it is through StreamYard, but they say you're always on the cutting edge, D. Keep rocking it out. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I gotta say this. I was extremely nervous about this because like sometimes cutting edge is like, I don't know, you know, if I even want to play with that, right? But I didn't make them free. Like I sold them very inexpensively. But when I sent the flashcards, we got so many sales. I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. People really see the value in this. They really want this. So I got super excited. And then y'all know I be going overboard, right? So then I was like, let me get some music. We got to get some music with it. And so I thought, so I went ahead and I put the music together, and it took a little bit longer than I thought, but I put the music together, and I sent the email out, and people started purchasing the music as well. And I thought, okay, great. They understand. They see the value. So one person, I showed them the commercial video. And he was like, you know, for your age group, that video might be nice, but for my age group, we need to see your face, D. Williams. And I was like, okay. So here I am. He said, I want to see you talk about it. I want to see you use it. Like, how are you using it? How should I use it? Like, he really got in my ass. I was like, oh, he was like, I need to see you live. Like, I want to feel that good energy. And I want you to tell me, what about the music? What about the flashcards? So here I am. I won't call him out, but I appreciate the push. I appreciate that. And I actually am having a lot of fun. I don't even want to be too long with you all today. Actually, I just wanted to come back in and have this conversation with you about why it is important for you to grab your flashcards. And listen, for all my people who are like, I got to do what D is doing, you know, or I really like what D is doing. When you purchase it, you'll see you get the Canva version. So with that Canva version, you could actually go in and do the same thing as a lead magnet for one of your clients, or to bring candidates in. That's what I said. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. I just double helped you. Okay. Just double helped you. All you got to do is go. It's a template that you'll get in your Canva account, and it'll be editable for you to use. Now, I would make a copy so you can keep the original. But after you keep the original, then you can go in and change the design. You can change the wording, and then you can go and use this as a lead magnet to generate leads for your candidates, and maybe even for your clients. Your clients may not want to do flashcards, but your candidates would. And but the music, I think everybody would enjoy. I think you're going to see a lot of people trying to do the same thing I did with the music, but yeah. So, and I got a couple more things I want to do with the music too, but I have to play with y'all with that. So that's all I got today. I just wanted to talk to y'all about the flashcards and different things like that. I am going to start going live like more often, and I'm probably going to be streaming live on my YouTube channel. So I want you to come over to my YouTube channel. I will not be talking about staffing, unfortunately. I mean, sometimes I will, but I'll mainly be streaming about business. Like right now, I got to tell you, I'm so frustrated because I'm training an AI learning model right now, and every time I go in to train it, it's failing. And it's not supposed to fail. I don't know if it's because my file is too long, that I'm too big that I input in there. It didn't say that it was too long. I don't know if anybody out there is training models like I am, but that's what's happening right now. And speaking of which, I know y'all are wondering, like, okay, D, what's getting ready to go down with staffing and stuff like that? I'm really excited because I feel like we're going into a great new time. We're in a space now Well, I guess depending on perspective, we're in a space right now where I think in the next 3 years, or maybe even sooner, definitely in the next 3 years, companies will be hiring AI agents as well as people. But I think that still remains to be seen in the way it's going to be disseminated. There are people online that are giving all of these kind of ways that agents are being created. And if things keep happening the way they are, in my opinion, in my professional opinion, AI is going to be free to everyone. And so the average person would be able to go in and create an agent. It wouldn't be something that I feel like necessarily, it would, I don't know. But agents are now being spoken about as such a code word in a way where everything is used for agents. It just means automation, right? But I feel like agents can be delivered also depending on the model in real life, right? Because if you have voice agents, they could work very well for sales types of roles, customer service types of roles, different things like that. But you have some agents that are created or solely to just tap into your computer and complete operational tasks on your behalf. So right now, agents have to be, operators and agents and all of that have to be built out. But I don't know. The guy from OpenAI says that he's going to be making his stuff free. So if he makes it free, I don't know. We'll see. But one of the things that I want to do is I want to definitely go in. Y'all know I'm on this learning tip right now. People need to learn. I do believe we're about to have a shift. And if you're not inclined with AI, if you're not understanding how to utilize it in your business and whatever business model that you're in, like you're going to be in an interesting situation. So you're going to have to do one of the two things. You're going to have to learn AI, like how to utilize it in real life, and how to utilize it in either work or business, right? So I think that we're going to see a lot more entrepreneurs, people who are going to have their backs against the wall. They're going to lose their job and they're going to figure out, okay, I need to go in and start doing my own thing. And then you're going to see a lot of people who've been playing around with artificial intelligence since day one. They have a knack for it. They have a passion for it. They're fired up about it. And they're going to be the most sought after employees out there. That's what we have going on right now. And then we're going to have another group of people who are going to be trying to figure it out. They're going to need to go back and do some manual labor only until the robots come in and begin to do that. And so right now it's like a very critical time for everyone. I mean, and this is not like the scare story or anything like that. This is just being realistic about where we are right now with AI. And the reality is, and I can show y'all, I don't know, I am so new to like how to share things like that, but Sam Altman did a video. He did an interview this last week the last week or two. And essentially he's built, by the end of 2025, we will have the world's #1 computer program, which means that computer program will be able to program in the world's #1 best. That's what he says. So essentially, the idea, according to him and his fellow people, is that, AI is inevitably going to be smarter than us. Okay? So with that being said, we will work differently, right? I don't think it's going to happen immediately. Even if it does become smarter than us immediately, I feel like working today will still remain somewhat the same for the next couple of years. But companies are literally integrating AI into their business workflows. Now, you can't replace everything, especially when you start getting into these large organizations where you have systems already in play. It's very hard to just go in and chop those systems off and just integrate AI. But you have people like me who are building companies. I have a AI software development company, and we build API integrations for interoperability so that companies can take their old legacy systems and connect them with some type of model, an AI model, to try to create better processes. And then we'll be bringing in our own version of agents to help replace some of those roles, right? So learning AI, playing with learning language models is something that we are going to start doing on this channel. I'm going to start teaching y'all how to use AI, how to fall in love with AI. And I don't want you to fall in love with it, in a crazy way, but I do want you to start thinking about, okay, what can I do with this? Because what I don't want you is, like, I feel like our government's kind of weird, right? Like, it'll be like something massively happening and they won't say anything. And but everybody can feel it around them, right? And I feel fear that that's going to kind of happen with employment. Not in all areas, but I do believe some areas it's going to be like massive layoffs, and then like nobody's going to really say anything about it. And people are just going to be floating around looking for a job. But the jobs that they think that are going to be replaced aren't going to be replaced with the same type of work that they were doing before. So if you're currently working and you're not dibbing and dabbing in artificial intelligence right now, by the time you're being replaced by it, you're being replaced by it, right? So we're going to take a lot of time. We're going to do some learning, some training. Y'all know that's what I love to do anyway, but just start utilizing AI in a different type of way, so that if you do want to keep your job, for any of you who are working, you can show your value by what you know how to do and how to use AI, right? And you can show your value in that way. But in the event you're somebody who lost their job, right? They got laid off, instead of you being angry or whatever the case may be, or freaking out, no, you're going to utilize AI to come in and pay for your termination, right? And to go in and to do that. And you can do that pretty easily. You can do that pretty easily. The future of marketing and branding, I feel like the future of where we are right now is about personal brands, right? Is about people showing up. That's why the gentleman got in my ass yesterday. You ain't showing up for your stuff, It's because people want to buy from real people, authentic people. And so I want you to think about where you want to go, in these next couple of years with your career or your business. And I'm just telling you now that it doesn't matter what your career is, AI is about to be injected into it in some way, form, or fashion. And the question is, are you ready? All right. So that's where we are. And, so when you see me coming on here, don't be laughing at me. Y'all just come on in, have fun, get a pen and paper, learn, say, oh, I know I want to come back to this video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell. I'm coming back. And like I said, I may not go live on all channels, but I'm going to be streaming on YouTube a lot more often. Streaming means hours, 1 or 2, maybe 3 hours, sitting down with you all and just showing you, okay, this is a language learning model. This is how you utilize it. This is how you lay one down. This is what you need to have set up, and so that you'll understand it. And we've done some basics on this channel before, just going through ChatGPT, Claude, and all of them. And we'll do some basics from that perspective. But I have a lot of people that follow me that are super sharp, that are ready to take control and to do some amazing things. And we'll do that on this channel. So just getting back in the swing of things. I appreciate you being here, listening, watching, all of that great stuff. Please share this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you're on YouTube. If you're on LinkedIn, hey. If you're on Facebook, hey. If you're on IG, hey. If you're on TikTok, hey. Because my TikTokers know we should be quick, short. And I want y'all to have a great day. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.